Hi everyone, please let me know if the voice and the audio is looking good. Yes, Jojo, you can push your question, please. Okay, everyone, please give me a minute. Just going to fix up the. I'm just going to check if everything is looking good on my end. Okay, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining in. Please let me know if the video and the audio is looking good. If you can hear me, if you can see everything clear. So before we start the reading, please let me know if everything is looking good. And okay, so everyone, welcome to the last live reading for the full moon. And as usual, this is a free and donation-based live reading, which means the free live readings. The free reading will be taking place after I'm done with the donation. So all you can do here is that post your questions and please do not spam the chat. Once I'm done with the donation, I'll go back up and read for the free question. For those of you who are new to the channel, and if you cannot type in the question, you may need to subscribe first. Click the subscribe button and then wait for around 5 minutes. You will be able to post a question on the live chat. So yeah, those are just a couple of rules and regulations that I have on the live reading. So let's start with Jojo. Okay, what you can do, if anything, to reconcile with the Capricorn. Okay, so the major energy that I've got coming up from the Capricorn here, Jojo, is that a little bit of feeling stuck, a stuck energy and stagnancy energy, as well as confusion energy is also another thing that I picked up coming up here, Jojo, with these two of wands and the two of swords energy. So it's like, even though you are moving forward, or even though you are, it's like, how do I say it here? Like, you are moving, the more that you chase them, the more that they're going to run away. Here is the major energy that I'm getting coming up here, because at this time they don't even know what they want. They don't even know, like what they need to be doing here. This is where I feel like you have to give it the space and the times, because I've also got the temperance energy coming up here as well. The temperance energy that I've got coming up here, this is basically about maintaining the balance and the patience within yourself here, while letting things to just go with the flow, while letting things to just like fall into the places, is what I'm getting coming up here with this temperance energy. And another thing that I've got coming up here is that with this Three of Pentacles and the Kinder Partnership energy coming up here, I think I might have mentioned this as well in the previous readings. If I did not mention it in yesterday's reading, there is definitely like a very strong soul connection coming in here between both of you here, Jojo, with this Kinder Partnership energy. Not only the soulmate connection, but also a very strong past life connection coming in here as well. So it's like one way or the other here, both of you will always be able to find each other again, or both of you will always find midway, like to reconnect again, be it in terms of love, be it in terms of just like friendship, or just the communication. Because with these Three of Pentacles that I've got coming up for you here, this is basically like a chance for both of you here to rebuild the relationship, or to rebuild the connection here from ground zero. Like how do I say it here? Like restart, rebuilding the foundation again. Like whatever caused the separation in the first place, or whatever trigger that both of you have here, both of you will be able to meet a face-to-face meeting, and then just like talk and just like communicate about it, like having an open and honest communication about it here, is what I'm getting. So the energy that I've got coming up here is that the Ten of Pentacles. So the reconciliation or the reunion between both of you is definitely going to be happening, especially in terms of the love situation, where both of you are definitely going to be able to be together again. But at this time, I would suggest for you here is that to focus on yourself, because with this consciousness of like here, without you even realizing, you might be blaming up yourself for the separation that had happened between both of you, in a way that you could be blaming up yourself by telling yourself that it is your fault. Like you are the ones actually not worth it, you are the ones actually do not deserve it, like all of those negative stuff talk, and just like overall here feeling, overall here being a little bit negative about you and on yourself here, is what I'm getting. That is what you need to release, that is what you need to let go of here. And then I've also got new and supportive connection coming in here. Now with this new and supportive connection coming up here, because I feel like it may take a little bit a while, it's like the more that you chase after them, the more that they're going to run away. So it's really important for you here to not chase after them, to just like let things go with the flow. And with this new and supportive connection coming up here, in between you will be definitely be meeting up new people. I'm not saying that these new people will be in terms of your love, just like a supportive connection that will be helping you throughout your journey here, is what I'm getting, Jojo. So that's what I would suggest you to be doing. Like, do not really overstress yourself. Do not really burdening yourself, I would say here, um, Jojo. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. And it's okay, Mabel. You can just like post your question. I will put a timestamp on it, so you can just like come back and listen to. You're welcome, Jojo. Yes, Nate, there is. Actually, I haven't received the donation. Could you please double check on it again? Thank you, Ashley. And Amelia, you can post your question, please. It's fine, actually, no worries. Okay, let's look into Amelia's reading. What is current energy? Why did you want to break up? Well, let's say. Okay, at this time here, Amelia, I'm getting a very strong of back and forth energy and ungrounded energy coming up quite strongly here from him, especially with this Page of Cups energy and the behind a mask energy coming up here. So, first of all, here I'm getting that he's not really open or he's not really being honest with his emotion about what he truly feels. And then with this Page of Cups energy coming up, yeah, at first I thought this is him being a little bit of immature or being a little bit of childish, like um, almost like playing games, I would say here. But when I picked up into the energy of this particular Page of Cups here, this is a very strong of influence, I would say here, childish influence. So I'm kind of like a little bit unsure if this is coming up from him, like I mean, like he was just like being a little bit childish, or because honestly, I'm getting more towards like an someone else influence, more like a children influence coming up here. So I feel like this could be like a family influence coming in here quite strongly. So I feel like he might be under pressure if both of you has communicated anytime, like I'm not sure if the communication had happened or you were referring to the past energy, but if you're referring to the current energy coming up here, is that a little bit of feeling ungrounded energy. This could be due to the full moon energy, I would say here, and the upcoming Mercury retrograde. And all this time here, up until this particular point of time, this present energy, I'm getting that he's feeling a little bit off balance and ungrounded, and just like rather keep everything within himself, keep his emotion within himself, and almost like sacrificing himself or sacrificing his feeling and his emotion for someone else. And in this case here, with this Page of Cups energy here, is sacrificing the emotion for his kids or for his children, is what I'm getting coming up here. Because deep down, I've got the Two of Cups energy coming up here quite strongly, which is the soul connection between both of you here coming in here quite strongly as well. And then I've also got the Six of Pentacles energy coming in here as well. So there are two major energy that I've got three major energy that I've got coming up here. First is that the ungrounded energy here, unable to express himself, unable to express his emotion, I would say here. Secondly, here's that being influenced by our family members. This could specifically here be the kids or like children energy coming up here. Second, the third one here I'm getting is that financial instability is also another thing that I've got. So coming here, I've got the loss energy as the center energy, and I've also got the status quo coming in here. I'm getting a very strong feeling sad energy coming up here. I feel like this is more of him thinking or being afraid that he has lost you for good, is what I'm getting coming up here. I feel like now his emotion is kind of like all over the place again. Could be because of the full moon energy coming up here. It's like this person wants to communicate with you, this person wants to talk to you and just like open up himself on how much sadness and like just being vulnerable again. I keep getting that vulnerable energy coming up quite strongly. So I feel like once the communication happening between both of you here, he will definitely be open up himself here and being vulnerable, because the energy again, I keep getting that this person wants to communicate with you, wants to just open up here about how much he feels that he has lost you, or he feels, I think at this point of time he's starting to feel the loss of the relationship, or the loss of, how do I say it here, like he's starting to feel that he has lost you, I would say here. And this is kind of like triggering him or making him being afraid in general, is what I'm getting coming up. I've also got the number 4 energy coming in here as well. This is what I mean, the hesitation energy is what I'm getting coming up from him. The hesitation energy and the hesitation energy and don't know how to speak out and don't know how to express himself in general is also another thing. I mean, like, how do I say it here? It's like the vision or the image that I've got coming up here is that he just wants to open up himself here, but on the back of his mind here, if he open up himself, like if he's just like being honest, Because with this lost energy coming up here is that part of him here, how do I say it? I'm getting so much of messages coming up for you, so I just needed to, like tell you one by one. So with this lost energy here, the major fear that he has within himself here is that losing people that he feels closer to, I would say here. This includes you, this includes the children. I'm getting a very strong children energy coming up here. This includes the children, and the reason for that here, I've got the justice energy coming up. I'm not sure if in the past, maybe this is something in the past here, that he did not really have the love of his parents, for example, or the justice energy coming up. We're talking about something related to legality. So in the past, he might actually go through a certain period of time where he did not have the time, or he did not have, or he could not really spend time with the children, or this could also be his energy, like he did not really have time, and his parents was kind of like abandoning him, for example, so he did not want to give it to his children. So it's like he's there, putting himself there, and wanting to give the best for his family, for his children in general here, because he's afraid about losing the opportunity again. He's afraid that being left out alone in the cold by the family. But unfortunately here is that the family energy or the children energy here is a little bit of a sneaky energy coming up quite strongly. So that's one thing that he's afraid to lose of. And then the next thing here is that he's afraid here that if he keeps on dragging this way, he would just eventually be like moving on and finding someone else. I feel like this is the continue for the yesterday reading that I did for you here, where he's actually afraid about losing you or not. And because of today's the full moon energy here, the energy coming up from him is really, really intense, especially like the sadness, the vulnerability energy coming up here, like he wants to be open. And I've also got the four of swords energy coming up here, like someone who just like would rather sleep on it first, like thinking about what he needs to be doing next. I feel like at this time here, Amelia, everything is just like starting to, like almost like a suffocating energy, I would say, coming up here for him, like everything, because with this status quo energy coming up here, it's like in the past he would just rather leave everything be instead of taking care of it. Like he would just like, okay, I'm just going to like forget about it, and it would just like disappear. So what happens is that everything that he has been neglecting in the past, all this emotion that he has been neglecting in the past, is starting to, like starting to catch up to him here. I feel like today, if you haven't already feel this, you will be feeling his energy quite intensely, especially like during at night is what I'm getting coming up here. Today is coming up here quite strongly of his energy, so you may feel his energy coming up quite strongly here today. Yes, yes, I do understand, and I feel like this is today. I think I've already told you this as well. I think a couple of readings ago that the Mercury retrograde, the coming Mercury retrograde, and on 21st of September, if I'm not mistaken, 2021st. I mean, like within this week and next week, when the Mercury retrograde comes in here, this is where he will be like, okay, I give up. I'm just like going to let go of all my ego, and then like just coming into you, like that kind of energy is what I'm getting. So I feel like this is the start of the energy here, where he's feeling really, really vulnerable. He's feeling like really, really stressed out at the moment here, is what I'm getting. The reason for the breakup here, I can't really say that he wanted to have the breakup, like I said before, a very strong ungrounded energy coming up here, Amelia. It's like I don't even think he wants to break up here. I've got the King of Swords and I've got the Eight of Swords energy coming up here. Like I honestly can't say it's a breakup, because part of him, he is still feeling trapped and still feeling a little bit of trapped mentally and emotionally, I would say. This is what I mean here, that he wants something else, but for some reason he cannot express that. He was doing another thing here just to maintain the peace within his family, or just to maintain the peace here, like with his kids. So that a lot of sacrifices energy is what I'm getting coming out from him. So let's just say here, even if was a breakup here, he's not feeling good about it. So this is what I mean in the previous reading here. The full moon energy and the Mercury retrograde energy is going to be serving as a huge reset for both of you, especially for him. Like he's finally going. I mean, like, he's finally going to say, okay, this is it. Like it's done. I cannot take it anymore because a lot of feelings stuck and feeling. I mean, this is like a very strong, intense energy, I would say, coming up from him here. Stuck and trapped mentally. Like I feel like he has been dragging this for way too long. He has been pretending as if everything is okay, and this is what I mean. Like the time is catching up to him. Like all of this emotion is currently catching up to him here. So I feel like today, this full moon is going to be like the almost like a climax. I would say like where finally like he's just okay. This is it. Like I'm done. I cannot take it anymore. I feel like today is going to be like really, really intense for him. Like tonight in general is going to be quite intense for him, I would say here, Amelia. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. Mabel, I did receive your first donation. I was just waiting for you to post your question. So now I've received two donations from you. If you have two questions, you can let me know. Otherwise, once I'm done with this reading, I'll refund the other one, Mabel. So I'm going to do your question here. This is the timestamp for you, Mabel. So once you're done with work, you can come back and listen to it. Your question. Okay. Is Jonathan plan to visit other country? Is Jonathan plan to visit other country? Will materialize early next year. Let's see. Will the plan of him visiting another country? So let's see. I'm getting a very strong no energy coming up here, Mabel. I've got the Ten of Swords energy coming in here as well. I feel like this whole plan about visiting another country, this is going to leave him feeling betrayed or feeling backstabbed. Like I think it's like almost he would keep his hopes high up, I would say here, and then suddenly it's just like coming crumbling down. Is what I'm getting. Is what I'm getting coming up here. So I'm not really getting a very strong yes coming in here. I've got the tower. I've got the Ten of Swords energy coming up here. This is a very strong no energy. And again, the number four coming up here. No, I feel like honestly, I've got the number four pentacles coming up here. This is more like a closing energy coming up here. So I doubt if the boundary is actually already being open. Maybe this is due to the pandemic, or like maybe the country hasn't really opened up the boundaries, or for some reason something is going to happen where the boundaries is going to be closed again. Something related to that is what I'm getting coming up here. No, short answer I would say here, no, I don't think this plan will materialize early next year. Even if he would travel, I've got the number eight coming up here. This might be either towards end of next year is coming up more possible. I would say here the number eight could be like around the month of August, or late fall towards the end of next year might be much possible. I would say here like end of next year, no. Sorry, early next year, no. I'm getting a very strong no energy coming up here. Something may happen that just keep on getting pushed, I would say here. So your second question. Okay, so the message is from Jonathan. So messages coming up from Jonathan for you here. Mabel, I've got soulmate slash twin flame coming up here. I've got communication blockage. I've got abuse or abusive relationship coming up here. And then I've got will you give me another chance? Self-love, work on inner self. And then I've got you are my everything with release your past, learn from it. So first of all, here I feel like this. I feel like John. I'm not sure how is the communication going on between both of you, because with this communication blockage, it may not be referring to the physical communication between both of you at this time, Mabel. This is more of him like wanting to express himself, wanting to be open with himself. More specifically, here is that I'm getting a very strong sorry coming out from him. I feel like he still feel a little bit guilty about how things went down between both of you in the past. Again, this is something maybe because of the full moon energy here. It's quite normal for people to just like feel guilty or just feel anxious about things from the past. Like just suddenly he would just like be sitting there and then thinking about how things went down between both of you in the past, and then just like feeling a little bit sorry, I would say here. So that's what I'm getting coming up here. And he wish for you here. Again, this is all what is going on his mind. I'm not saying this is how you feel. He feels that for some reason you might still be feeling sad, or you still might haven't really like forgiven him, or haven't really like forget about whatever had happened in the past. This is why he wanted you to release whatever had happened in the past here. And then I've also got you are my everything. So this person does love you, I would say. And another confirmation about the soulmate or the twin flame connection coming in here between both of you. Another thing that I've got coming up is that he wants you to be a little bit patient on him, because in the past, either in the past relationship or in his past during his childhood here, he might have gone through a certain degree of abuse or abusive situation. May not be physically, but could be mentally or emotionally abusive situation here, that he haven't fully healed from that. And this abusive situation or this trauma that he has been carrying from the past is acting up as a trigger, is what I'm getting coming up, which is also another reason why I've got self-love and work on inner self coming up here quite strongly as well. Overall energy that I've got coming up here, will you give me another chance? So I feel like this person still wants to be with you, like want to be with you, and want to, like want to have a relationship with you, want to rebuilding up this situation into a committed, long-term, stable one here. But there will be some triggers. There will be some, like misunderstanding may happen, which is quite normal. I feel like both of you just like need to work through that. Is what I'm getting coming up here, Mabel. This is the message I've got coming up from Jonathan. So yeah, that's what the argument, it's nothing of a big deal, I would say. Yeah, I think both of you just like maybe like 1 or 2 days, both of you will be a little bit awkward with one another, and then after that things are going to be okay. Like it's going to be fine. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. I truly appreciate that. And Hirat, okay, I hope I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Usually, I will go about 1 or 2 hours depending on how many donation and how many people wanting to have a free reading. So it will go around 1 or 2 hours, I would say. Let's go to Nate. You're welcome, Mabel. Okay, Nate, I'm not sure if you are here, so I'm just going to put the timestamp. Oh, you are here. Okay, great. So, what is the current? I'm just What are W's current feeling towards you? I'm getting a very strong insecurity energy coming up here. Karmic. I keep getting this karmic. I think I think I did your reading yesterday, right? The same karmic situation coming in here as well. I've also got third party situation. So there is this very strong third party or karmic situation currently going on in their life at this point of time, and this is serving as a huge, I won't say a huge blockage, more like a road bump coming up here, or something that they are fighting from I would say here, like this is something going on the inner circle at this point of time here, like a very strong karmic situation, a third party situation coming up here. Yeah, I'm getting a very strong fighting energy, conflicts coming up here, conflicts with other people, conflicts with other people, conflicts within themselves is what I'm getting coming up quite strongly. I've also got the world energy coming in here as well, which is the completion and the end of the circle. I feel like they are really closing in here to end this karmic situation, third party situation, whatever going on within themselves at this point of time. A lot of fight, a lot of argument, misunderstanding has been happening here as well. Again, could be the full moon energy getting intensified and combined with the Mercury retrograde energy here as well. The way that they feel towards you here, Nate, I've got the Two of Cups energy coming in here. With this Two of Cups energy coming in here, I think this is also another confirmation about the soul connection coming in here between both of you. So the way the connection between both of you here is definitely like a very strong soul connection, and whatever situation that they're currently stuck with, if they are currently with another person or if they are with other people, I would say here, be it like toxic friend, toxic family members in general here. This is talking about the karmic situation, like things that they need to heal, things they need to let go of here. I've also got a very strong insecurity energy coming up here and emotional healings coming in here as well. So this is also another lessons that they are currently going through at this point of time here. Insecurities, emotional healing coming up here. The way that they think about you here, they say that you are the everything, and I'm sorry for hurting you. It's also another message that I've got coming in here from them. Let's see, a little bit of ego coming in here. I do see a very strong moving energy coming up here, but the moving energy is there. The only thing that I'm concerned of here is that they are still coming up as the knight or still coming up as the page energy. Even though I've got the king of swords energy coming up here, this is supposedly of how they are, how do I say it here, like when it comes into building up a wall surrounding themselves here, like when it comes into being being closed off here, they are coming up as a very strong king energy in a sense that they are doing so much here to make sure that no one can come to them or no one can, like see through them, I would say here. This is also another thing, again, coming back with this insecurities energy coming up here. Like they're trying so hard to protect themselves here in a way that this is becoming a very strong defense mechanism for them. But when it comes into the communication, when it comes into expressing themselves, like being honest, being open with themselves, there is this very strong hesitation energy or resistance energy, I would say here, because of the ego, which is why I've got the Knight of Wands and the Page of Wands energy coming up here. Like they would, I mean, like they will be open, but it's going to be like they're just going to be like express themselves for 60% and just like keeping everything within themselves as well. So that is the main trigger at this point of time here, is what I'm getting. Again, Three of Cups energy coming up here, very strong third party situation or karmic situation that is coming up to the end, because there are a lot of fights, misunderstanding, and I feel like they are also hurting themselves at this time as well, Nate. So that is the main message that I've got coming up here from them. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. I truly appreciate that. Let's see, Ashley. Actually, I'm not sure if you're here, so I'm going to post the timestamp. How is Chris feeling about you? I think you think he's depressed. You're welcome, Nate. I appreciate that. Okay, I've got communication blockage coming up here. Let me. So I've got communication just flew here. I've got no coming in. Let's see what else. So the first message that I've got coming up from Chris here actually is that a very strong denial energy coming up here. As you can see here, I've got no coming in here right away when I ask of whether he's actually feeling depressed or he's actually feeling. So I can't really say that he's depressed. He might not be feeling good, yes, and feeling anxious or just like feeling down within himself. I would say definitely. But when you say about depressed energy coming up here, it's like not really depressed I would say, but feeling down, yes, feeling down within himself is definitely very strong, yes. Now another thing that I've got coming up here is that, like I said before, very strong denial energy coming up here, who just like nothing, he does not want to do anything in general is what I'm getting coming up here. So with this communication blockage coming up here, this is him like closing up himself, does not want to communicate with anyone, not only with you here, like for some reason he's feeling extremely overwhelmed and extremely overburdened at this time. So I would say here it's around that energy, I would say, like around that energy. Now the way that he feels towards you here, I see my future coming up here. I've also got trust issues, I've got insecurities coming in here as well. I've got faithful, this is how he feels towards you, and then I've also got trust in the divine timing and release your past, learn from it. So but how does he feel towards you here? He's feeling that he wants you, he wants to be with you, I would say here, because he does, like he does see his future with you, like he wants to have his future with you here. But at the same time he's also struggling with some sort of like trust issues and insecurities within himself here. This is, I feel like, what makes him to be in denial, or what causing up the communication blockage, or just like the gut feelings that you are saying here. Now, another thing that I've got coming up from him here is that he wants you to trust in the divine timing and giving him some time here to actually work throughout these issues, or work throughout this defensiveness, or this because at this point of time here he does not even know how to express himself, he does not even know what is going on with him, or what makes him to be this guarded energy, what makes him to be feeling this down. This is why I've got this communication blockage energy coming up here. So he kind of like wanting you to give him a little bit some time. I've also got faithful energy coming up here, so he has been quite faithful with the connection. And then I've also got, I'm working on building our future together. So I feel like this is more of him like wanting to work on himself, wanting to fix himself here, wanting to release things from the past, and he also wanting you to release things from the past, whatever had happened between both of you in the past. But more specifically, here's that going on with him. He wants to rebuild himself. He wants to be focusing on his creativity, like what he wants to be doing next stage of his life. But because of this feeling down and all of this negative emotion, the trust issues and the insecurities within himself at this point of time, he's feeling a little bit down. He's feeling like not sure which way which way that he needs to be going. So it's more like this person is needing some time here to figure out everything within himself here, is what I'm getting coming up here actually. So this is how he's feeling towards you at this time. This is what is going on his energy at this time here actually. Someone who is a little bit in the denial side, like someone does not even know what is it that they need to be working on here, but they know that they haven't been feeling good. They know that they have to, like be open with themselves, like just like go out there and release the God feelings here. But it may take a little bit some time here, is what I'm getting coming up here actually. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. I truly appreciate that. So tap or Yeah. So next one, Ted, or what's the name here? I did not receive your question on the paper. You just said like full moon reading. So if you're here, please post your question. Agape or Tep? I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Hi, how is your Pisces person feel about you, the nature of the relationship from now? Yes, he definitely sees the future with you, Ashley. Alright, so let's see. Ted. How is the Pisces feel about you and the nature of your relationship? There is a very strong passion and sexual energy, happiness, joy energy is another thing. Sorry, happiness, passion, sexual energy. It's just like a lot of joy and happiness is what I'm getting coming up right away about how this Pisces person is feeling towards you here. Um, Tab, let's see what else. Yeah, I'm doing your reading now, Tab. Okay, so the nature of the connection here, I've got the Four of Wands energy coming up here. There is a very strong soul connection coming up for you here. This is a soulmate or twin flame energy coming up here. At this time, I feel like this is more of like a soulmate, but again, if even this is a twin flame connection coming in here between both of you, you would know that is this very strong soul connection coming in here between both of you as the nature of the connection. So first thing that I've got coming up here about how this person is feeling towards you here, a lot of happiness, a lot of sexual energy is also another thing that I've got coming up here. Like a lot of passion, I would say here, sexual passion energy coming up quite strongly. I'm also getting that this person is wanting to come towards you. I'm not sure what is the situation at this time, but I've got a very strong moving energy coming up quite strongly here as well for both of you here, Tap. So this person definitely has been thinking or has, has been wanting to approach you here. There is this very strong moving energy coming up, but before this, I mean, like before this can be real, how do I say, before this can come into fruition here, there are certain things that they are thinking or they have to walk away from with this Eight of Cups energy that I've got coming up here. And then I've also got a very strong healing energy coming in here as well with the Star. So first of all, I would say here is that they are currently at this point of time here is working on their own self-healing, I would say here. I've also got a very strong union energy coming in here and the Three of Cups energy. That could be a third party situation or a karmic situation at this point of time that they need to walk away from. I've got this Eight of Cups energy coming up here quite strongly, double twice. And then I've also got the Three of Cups energy coming in here. I'm also getting a very strong narcissistic type of energy or some sort of like a deception and manipulation. Not, I mean, like, I'm not saying the Pisces is narcissistic or manipulative. I feel like someone around them, I would say here, or just the people, the inner circle around them, I would say here, a type is someone with a very strong narcissistic type of energy, like a lot of deception and manipulation energy coming up here. And another thing that I've got coming up from the Pisces is that they also have to heal the codependency energy, I would say here, but the codependency energy that they have within themselves is more into like earthly pleasure. So I feel like they tend to just like look for quick solution, I would say here. They tend to be like, okay, like I'm stressed, so I want to, like, let's say watch a movie, or I just like going to go out and drink and just party so I can like I can release the stress, or I can release the anxiety, or like the pressure, just like the frustration here. So they're still more into earthly energy, I would say here, rather than going through the awakening just yet. So this is why the emotional healing, or just the healing in general, is what needs to happen here, is what I'm getting coming up quite strongly for you here. For him, I would say, I mean, like for the Pisces energy coming up here, Tep. So that is the main energy of how he feels towards you. And the nature of the connection, I would say here, very strong soul connection coming in here between both of you. So yeah, that's it for your reading. I hope it resonates. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. I truly appreciate that. Okay, Asia. Okay, what is going on with Sharif? He's definitely feeling lost, I would say here, or just feeling, how do I say it here? Like lost, feeling empty. I can't really say feeling empty. I do understand what you mean, Asia, but it's not really in that direction. It's more like someone. Yeah, I've got very strong fear energy, hidden motivation coming up. Yeah, I'm getting a very strong feeling empty, feeling lost, and a lot of fearful energy coming up. Yeah, I feel like they currently, I would say here, either today or like the last couple of days here, what is going on there on Sharif mind here is that he has been having these trust issues with people around him. Like for some reason he might be getting betrayed, or like someone might say something, or someone might did something to betray him, either recently, I would say here, either recently, like like in the next I'm sorry, the last couple of days or the last couple of weeks here is what I'm getting. Trust your intuition, focus on your intuition here. I feel like you are definitely right that he's not really feeling good at this time, but I do not see anything concerning or anything alarming that will be happening to him here, Asia. I feel like he's just feeling down and feeling lost in general is what I'm getting coming up here. And again, I keep getting this, getting betrayed or feeling betrayed, or for some reason someone might have said something, or someone might have done something to him here in the last couple of days, in the last couple of weeks, and this is making you feeling extremely heartbroken here is what I'm getting with this three of swords energy. Extremely heartbroken, sadness, overall sadness and heartbroken energy that I've got coming up here. I'm almost I won't say crying, but like the image that I've got coming up here is that he could be like shouting in his room, or like just like shouting so much, like wanting to ask the universe, or like God, like why is it happening to me? Like those kind of energies what I'm getting coming up quite strongly from them here, Asia. Like I feel like they might, I'm not sure if they're religious or something like that, but either today or the last couple of days here he had prayed, or like maybe praying the way that he could, I would say here, like just like crying for help, I would say here, like asking for help and crying for help. And I feel like this is what you have been, this is what you got earlier. I mean, like that energy is what being transferred to you here is what I'm getting. So nothing alarming, nothing concerning. I do not see him like doing something bad or doing something negative. No, I feel like he's just like extremely overwhelmed and extremely overburdened. The only thing that I've got, I mean, like the only thing that concerning me here is that this is going to be delaying his progress, I would say, because he's already putting up this defense. I mean, like originally he's already having this very strong defensive wall up surrounding themselves here, and now with getting betrayed or with whatever had happened between them here, they just like keep on building it up, I would say. So they still kind of like, okay, I have to do this, I have to protect myself. So they're going into this defense mechanism quite strongly here. Asia, extremely overwhelmed, extremely overburdened, carrying a lot of pressure, carrying a lot of like mental and emotional baggage coming up here from them. I've also got the Two of Swords coming up here with the Two of Wands energy, feeling confused, not sure which way to go or what should I be doing? That kind of question is what I'm getting coming up here. A little bit of stuck and a little bit of stagnancy energy coming in here as well, quite strongly here, Asia. So that is the energy I've got coming up from Sharif. And let's see what you need to be doing on today's full moon. It's quite interesting because this is the exact image that I've got coming up for you here, Asia. So I would say here either some candle magic or just like pray. I would say here, yeah, something to do with candle. I would say here, like just like put up your candle and like just write down petition. That is the exact image that I've got coming up for you here. Yeah, writing down energy is what I'm getting coming up quite strongly. I would suggest for you here to focus specifically here on finances, on getting back whatever you have lost. I would say here, oh, you are not here. I'm so sorry. I didn't know that you were not here. Otherwise, I would put up a timestamp. So yeah, just rewind like 10 minutes back. That's your reading started. So there are a few things that I would suggest you to do for tonight here, like writing candle magic, writing a petition, or just like praying, meditating, manifesting, like just I would say here scripting, so writing down whatever you want to manifest, whatever you want to be attracting. There are a few things that I would suggest you to focus on the manifestation here. First, here is that money energy or financial energy coming up here, getting back whatever you have lost in terms of money, in terms of finances. And the second one here is that family energy here, more specifically, is that for your future family. More specifically, I would say here is that for your future kids or for your future children, I would say here, because I've got a very strong the Empress energy coming up here, very strong family energy, and the Six of Cups energy coming in here as well. So I feel like, like just like bless your womb, I would say here, like just like pray for your future family is what I'm getting coming up here. And then emotional stability coming up here as well. I've also got a very strong soul connection coming up here, the soulmate energy coming up here, which I feel like this is more specifically here going on with Sharif. So maybe like just keep him in prayer, like just like pray for him, I would say here. And yeah, that is the main thing that I've got coming up for you. So money, financial, family energy I'm getting coming up here. Your mother, so also keep your mother in prayer. I've got a very strong Empress energy coming up here. And for your future children, for your future kids is what I'm getting. And then I've also got the Nine of Cups energy coming up here. Whatever that's giving you that wish fulfillment, whatever that's giving you that emotional stability, just like that happiness in general is what I'm getting coming up here. So focus on scripting. I'm getting a very strong scripting energy coming up here. So write it down. Like take a piece of paper or take a journal. I would say here, write it down. You can include candle magic. Like you can just like put up like a candle, like any light. I'm sorry, any color candle, like green for abundance and money and financial, pink or yeah, red or pink is for emotional stability, family energy. So you can like do that, like just like burn the candle and then writing down the petition, or like just like scripting in general is going to be quite helpful for you here. Asia is what I'm getting. So those are you need to be focusing on here on tonight's full moon. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. Okay. Okay, Danny, let's start with your reading. Okay, so Danny's reading. Okay, I got it. When will you be able to relocate? At this time, I'm getting a very strong number 9 coming up here, Danny. So it may happen as fast as 9 weeks from now, but could also be taking up until late summer next year. So that's the time frame that I've got coming up here. Either, yeah, I've got the Wheel of Fortune. I'm getting a very strong yes that you definitely will be able to relocate and move to Maryland. I feel like it may take a little bit of while. Let me see what are the challenge or what is serving as a roadmap. I would say 9 weeks, as fast as 9 days from now. 9 days, 9 weeks from now, I would say here. Or maximum, I would say here is that around late summer next year is what I'm getting coming up here. I've got a very strong harvest energy coming up here and the three of wands. So 100% yes, that you definitely will be able to move. You will definitely be able to relocate. I've got harvest and I've got the three of wands energy coming up here. This is a very strong moving energy coming up for you here, Dennis. So a very strong yes, it will happen. I feel like it may take a little bit of while. At least by earliest, I would say here spring to summer energy coming up quite strongly. I've got the eight of wands to the nine of wands energy coming up. Your progress is definitely going to be there, but at this time there is some I won't say blockage. It's more like there is some delay. I would say here is like a road bump. I would say here is happening here, Danny. But moving energy is coming up quite strongly here for you. I would say late spring to late summer is going coming up quite significantly here. Maximum next year September, I would say, but moving energy is that. I've also got the King of Pentacles energy coming up here. There will be a help. You will be getting up a help here. At this time, this could be a possibility from a earth sign, from an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. I'm also getting a very strong masculine energy coming up here. So someone with a very strong earth sign or a masculine energy is going to be helping you with this whole moving energy here. And I've also got like with this King of Pentacles energy coming up here. Honestly, I'm not getting any financial issue here, to be honest, Danny. But I feel like just like a support system is what I'm getting coming up here. I'm not sure if you have anyone there that will be like helping you in general, but I'm getting like someone will be there to just like help you on just like fixing up things. By earliest, I would say here 9 weeks from now, but this may happen but this may go extended until next year, late spring to late summer is what I'm getting coming up here, Danny. A little bit of while, but moving energy is definitely going to be there for you. Thank you so much for your donation and thank you so much for being patient. I hope it resonates. Let me know if there's anything that you want me to clarify. Okay, Renee, let's see. Okay, Renee, I'm so sorry for your migraine. I'm going to put you the timestamp so you can just like come back and check on it. Okay, 9 months, yeah. 9 months and around 9 months. You're welcome, Danny. Okay, what was John's thinking and feeling when he show you at the work? Welcome, Asia. All right, Renee. What was John? This person wants to move in towards you here. I feel like there is a very strong guilty energy coming up here. A guilty energy coming in here, and there is a very strong, I won't say stagnancy energy because it's not stuck, it's more like taking a while is what I'm getting coming up here. I've got 10 of swords, I've got the hangman, and I've got the 4 of cups energy coming up here. I'm getting a very strong moving energy coming up for you here, Renee. So this is confirming the last reading that I've done for you here, that no matter what, this person is coming back towards you, no matter what the moving energy, like both of you are definitely going to be able to, like find, I mean, like both of you will be able to meet midways, what I'm getting coming up here. It's just that the matter of how fast or how soon he will be coming up towards you. At this point of time, I'm getting a little bit of delay or just like a slow process, and slow moving energy in general is what I'm getting coming up quite strongly here from him. Another thing that I've got coming up here is that feeling betrayed, feeling backstabbed. Again, I'm not saying that he's the one who's actually feeling betrayed or feeling backstabbed. He feels that he had done this to you. Like, it feels like a very strong guilty energy coming up here. And part of him here is that a very strong guilty and regretful energy in general is what I'm getting coming up here, because seeing you here, I mean, like by seeing you there, he could see like the future that both of you could have been having together at this point of time, like right now, with this 10 of Pentacles energy coming up here. I feel like he's starting to see that what he has lost, or what the how do I say here, like the results, I would say here, for his action in the past. Again, this whole whatever had happened to him and the other third party situation here, Rene, it was something that he did not expect that to happen. There's this a very strong unexpected energy coming up here. So he has this very strong guilty and regretful energy coming up here. Part of him here is that also like feeling a little bit guilty and does not want to see you eye to eye or face to face here is what I'm getting. At this point of time, his whole world is almost seemingly like has turned upside down. So it's also another thing that I've picked up. A very strong overthinking energy is also another thing that I picked up coming up quite strongly from him. Overthinking energy, a lot of like going back and forth about what had happened. Overall, I would say is that he's feeling really really guilty and a very strong regretful energy coming up here. At the same time, here with this King of Wands energy that I've got coming up from him, he's still like trying to like maintain the just like maintain the image, I would say here, or just like trying to like maintain as if like he has gotten it all together, but deep down he knew that he had made a terrible mistakes. Is what I'm getting coming up quite strongly here for you. I mean, like for him, about how he felt the moment that he saw you earlier today. I've also got this very strong Wheel of Fortune energy coming up here. So things are definitely going to be progressing. For both of you, things are definitely going to be moving forward in your favor, is what I'm getting coming up here. Like I said before, a very, very strong moving energy is what I've picked up coming up here, Renee, for him and for you, for both of you. I hope you get well soon. And yeah, I've just like put the timestamp so you can just like listen to it and let me know. I mean, like, you can just like message me if there's anything that you don't understand from there. Okay, so now let's go to HI. Post your question, HI, so I can do your reading. I will check on who is the one that he felt betrayed or heartbroken by. I feel like that is not related to you. Maybe like someone else that close circle to him. But I'll see if I can pick up anyone. But definitely not you. You haven't felt your cancer in a while. What is going on? the connection is still there, HI, like there is no doubt on that. I've got the Two of Cups energy coming up here. Honestly, when I first shuffling, when I was starting to shuffle here, I'm getting very strong blockage energy coming up here. And then the center energy I've got here is the Moon card. I've got a very strong suppressed emotion and suppressed feelings that I've got coming up here as well. And then I've got the Six of Cups and the Ten of Wands energy coming up here. I think without you even realizing subconsciously here, you might have been suppressing the emotion and in return suppressing the connection of seeing or feeling the connection in general. Here is what I'm getting. I feel like this is something of again, I'm not saying that okay, first of all, this is okay, like this is normal. Things like this do happen when like after some time yourself, I mean, like your emotion or your subconscious mind here will get tired, I would say here, or just like feeling quite frustrated. So without you even realizing here, you might be suppressing those emotions, you might be suppressing those feelings. So what happens here is that so the connection, first of all, is definitely there. The connection is still there. There is no doubt that both of you still have the strong soul connection here. It's just that I've got the Four of Cups, I've got the Queen of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles energy coming up here. It's like you might subconsciously here closed up the door is what I'm getting coming up here. It's quite normal. This do happens like after some time it can happen like that in a way that you want to be okay, like you want to feel okay here, and in that moment you might subconsciously here closing up the connection or just like closing up yourself from seeing the sign or from feeling the sign. Here is what I'm getting. So what you need to do here is that I think you have to make a decision, I would say here, because if you choose to open up the door again, you may be getting a lot of signs. You may be getting a lot of I mean, like you will be bombarded with a lot of signs, synchronicities, like feelings and emotions. So make a decision here that whether you want to continue this way or whether you want to like start opening up yourself again with the feelings. And if you decide that you want to start opening up yourself here to feel the connection, to see the sign here, make sure that you do not get stressed out. Make sure you do not get overwhelmed, I would say here, because that is also like one of the biggest challenge I would say here coming up for you. And this is why your subconscious mind here like kind of like closing up the connection temporarily here. I won't say closing up the connection, more like closing up yourself from seeing and from feelings, just temporarily here, I would say. So what I'm going to suggest for you here is that because today is also the full moon energy here, I've got the star and then I've also got the moon energy coming up here as well. I would suggest for you here to just like do some guided meditation. I would say here specifically on the root chakra to make yourself feeling a little bit grounded within yourself here. Yeah, I think this is why your subconscious mind here is like closing up because of the pain was like overwhelming. So I feel like you need to make sure that when you start feeling up again, when you start opening up yourself again here, like you know when to take a boundaries, like you know when, okay, this pain is not from me, this anxiety is not from me, like I have to I have to protect myself. So I feel like this is something that you have to like make a boundary first, like setting up a necessary boundary first, yeah. And then I would suggest for you here is that to do some guided meditation specifically here on the root chakra. I would suggest like play it on the background while you're resting and while you're sleeping, so you can get the messages or you can get the feelings from the dream rather than when you're awake. I feel like that's going to be like a better way to just like starting to feel again. I would say here at this time I'm getting that from this Cancer person Jay here. They're going through a huge tower movement at this time. You are definitely right about the pain that you're feeling to them. I've also got the Seven of Wands energy coming up here. There is this very strong defensiveness, I would say here, but at the same time here there is this huge tower. I won't say a disaster. This is more of like everything is starting to come and crumbling down to them here. At least I would say at this point of time, like today, because of the full moon energy. And then I've also got rebirth coming up here and the full energy. This is like a new beginning and a restarting of a new beginning is what I'm getting coming up here quite strongly for you. So please don't freak out. It's quite normal. It does happen. It does happen. Like people do go through that. I feel like this is like a way of you like protecting yourself to not feel the emotion or not feel the stress and the pain. So just like try to do the guided meditation on root chakra, it will starting to like coming back again. And just when you make the decision that you are ready to feel himself or to feel his pain here, make sure that you don't go overboard. Make sure that okay, this is not mine, this is his energy. I need to I need to protect myself, or I need to guard myself, I would say here. So make sure that moving in that direction. So let's see who else. I think I've done all the donation one. So let's start with the free reading. Hi, Richa. Not really. It's just that I mean, like you might be questioning yourself, like what is going on here, like just like what you feel at this time, HI, like because you're no longer feeling them. You may have this doubt, like okay, has the connection died down, like like is this like the end? Definitely not like that. I feel like it's quite also necessary for you here to know when to feel them and when to not feel them, because this connection can get intense. Like let's say for example, like they're getting depressed, you will think that the depression is coming up from you, and then you will be thinking that okay, there is something wrong with you, and then you will getting affected with that. So you have to make sure that when you start feeling them again, you have to know when to set up the boundaries, is what I mean. Like it's also really important as well. Okay, let me go back up. I'm going to do those I haven't answered on the last two readings. I'm going to prioritize them first. And for those of you who have answered on the last two readings, I'll do you towards the end of the towards the end. So I definitely appreciate the patience on that. So I'm going to prioritize those I haven't answered from the last two readings. Mm, Let me just scroll back up. Okay, I've got Hiraj. I think you're not here, but I'm just going to do your reading. So in case if you come back and watch, you will get the message. Any messages from your guides? So the message that I've got coming up from your guides here, Hiraj, I've got action coming out here. Now is the perfect time to act. Take inspire action towards your dream. Move forward with confidence and have courage. I feel like now is the time for you here to actually just do and just like have the confidence and have the courage to move forward and do whatever you want to, like start putting up action onto your plan is what I'm getting coming up here, Hira. Rabelani, how is your Taurus currently feel about you? So let's see. This person wants to communicate with you, but the communication is still on and off, I would say here. Like they want to communicate with you, but and then after some time they kind of like stepping back again here, like one foot in and one foot out type of energy is what I'm getting coming up from your Taurus. I'm also getting a very strong anxiety energy coming in here as well. So I feel like there are also some sort of like a very strong anxiety energy going on with them at this point of time, Rabelani, and this is why might be affecting the way that they're communicating, or just might be affecting the flow of the communication in general. Emily, why was Richard sneaking and looking through your phone? Let's see. Okay, so I feel like they are a little bit insecure. I would say here there is this very strong insecurity energy coming up here, and the Four of Pentacles. I feel like they are thinking that you might be keeping something from them, so like they just like wanting to make sure like what is going on here. This is more of like the insecurities is taking like is taking control of them here. And I've also got the Six of Cups energy coming in here as well. Jealousy, insecurity energy coming in here all together is what I'm getting coming up here, Emily. Because with this Six of Cups energy coming up here, they are starting, or like they are becoming more sure that they want you, like they want to choose you. So the jealousy is like starting to come in here as well. Um, Richa, find out what is October has in store for you. So let's see what is going on for the month of October. I'm getting a very strong success energy coming up for you here, Richa. So there is some sort of like a success, especially when it comes into your finances or your career energy is what I'm getting coming up here. Something that I've been waiting for too long, especially when it comes into your career. But again, this could be like for the overall energy, I would say here. Something related to your career that you've been waiting for quite a while. So this could be a job promotion, because overall energy that I'm getting coming up for you here is that you are definitely going to be getting the, I mean, your hard work and your determination will definitely be rewarded here is what I'm getting coming up quite strongly for you here, Richa. You're welcome, HI. All right, so let's go drop again. Libra love, how is your Sagittarius feelings about you today? Oh, sorry, I think you changed your question, right, Libra love? Let me just. Okay, I'm not sure which one that you want me to answer, Libra love. So you can just let me know which question that you want me to answer. Let me do Asia. Who is the one that Sharif felt betrayed with? I'm getting could be someone. I'm getting a very strong water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. More specifically here, a Pisces. This person could be betraying them, or this person could be manipulate them in terms of finances or money energy coming up here, or he felt that he trusted them too much and now he's regretting about that, Asia. Or this could also be a family member. This is also another thing that I've got coming up here. So either someone that betrayed them when it comes into finances, could also be a family member. But yeah, I'm getting a very strong sadness energy coming up here from them, Asia. Jaden. Jaden, what is the Capricorn feelings towards you now? Okay, there is this very strong argument energy that I've got coming out from the Capricorn. Argument and how do I say it here? Argument and confusion energy is what I'm getting coming up. Maybe there is some sort of like an argument with them and the third party situation here, or they're just like feeling confused which one, I mean, like which way that they need to be going with here at this time is what I'm getting coming up quite strongly here, Jaden. There's this very strong confusion energy coming up. I do see a very strong moving energy, or at the end, I do see like they are coming towards you here. I feel like it may take a little bit of while, but there's some sort of like an argument and confusion energy is what going on with the Capricorn. Trust your intuition, focus on your intuition. I feel like for some reason you also could feel the fight or the uneasiness, I would say here, that is going on with them at this time, Jaden. Um, okay, Libra love, how would the Sagittarius feel about seeing you at work? little bit of feeling defeated is what I'm getting coming up here. I've got the number 5 coming up here quite strongly as well, Libra love. There is a little bit of imbalance energy, I would say, here coming up from them. Overall energy that I'm getting coming up here is that a very strong fear and a very strong imbalance energy is what I'm picking up coming up from them here, Libra. So I feel like when they see you at work, they feel a little bit defeated, or they feel like this very strong fear energy coming up quite strongly here. Like maybe they're afraid that, like they have lost the chance with you, or they're just like feeling defeated. Like they feel like they feel defeated. They feel like, okay, what is going on here? Like, what am I supposed to be doing next? I feel like I'm just like losing. I'm on the losing side is what I'm getting coming up here, Libra love. Okay, Ashwini, does Amit really love you? Just not because. Okay, so let's. Yes, I mean, I'm getting 100% yes coming up here. Like, I've got 10 of cups energy coming up for you here, Ashwini. So, yes, this person does truly love you. It's not just because you love them, or not, I mean, like, not just because of the reaction of your love, no, but they do actually love you. They do actually want to be with you here, is what I'm getting. Um, Eric, love reading for this month. So I'm getting that moving forward is what I'm getting coming up quite strongly for you here, Eric. And then I'm also getting a very strong progress energy coming in here as well. So there are some progress coming in here in terms of your love life. I've also got the number 9 and the number 10 coming up here. Wish fulfillment, happiness energy coming up here, because we are almost at the end of the month of September 2021. I feel like this may extend, or this may go up until throughout the month of October. Here's what I'm getting. But I feel like there's going to be a lot of new things happening here where, like, moving forward into a much more stable energy in terms of your love and relationship wise here is what I'm getting, Eric. Okay, what actions are Gemini thinking on making? Let's see. This person is definitely manifesting and thinking. I'm getting more of like thinking energy rather than putting up action energy at this time all, but like thinking and manifesting and like thinking and hoping for the best here is what I'm getting. Again, I keep getting this money energy coming up here quite strongly from him. As you can see, another 9 of Pentacles energy. I mean, like this energy came yesterday as well, right? Like focusing on money, focusing on himself here. See, he's not really selfish, I would say here, but for some reason he just, I feel like this person is not really good with multitasking. I would say here. So like when he wants something, he wants to get that fixed first before actually can think, or before actually can do, or like making up something, I would say here. So his action at this time here, I've got the Ace of Wands, I've got the Magician energy coming up here. So moving forward for the future, things are definitely going to get better for you, like a new beginning coming up here quite strongly. But looking into like for a near future, I mean, I won't say near future, let's just say for this week action, I'm not really getting much of that. Maybe like there is some sort of like a communication happening, but action in terms of like a full action here, I'm not really getting that strongly, because all he's focusing at this point of time here is that money and on himself here. Like there is something that he's trying to work on, there is something that he's fixing up on at this time here, and his energy is more towards into that. I've got the page of wands energy coming up here, so maybe like some sort of like a communication or just like high energy, I mean like just a small communication in terms of that will be happening. I'm not really getting a very strong action energy coming up from him here, so I would suggest here is that to not really put so much of expectation on him at this time here. Like, yeah, a little, maybe, yeah, just like a small, like maybe high energy, I would say, like just in terms of the communication could be that. But a full action, I'm still not getting that much of action energy coming up from him. So I've got the ten of swords energy coming up for you here. I would suggest like try to not really like put too much of expectation on him, because you may feel that he is not loving you, or he does not want to be with you anymore here. So that is, I mean, like try to not put that much of expectation again. I've got no energy coming up here, and I've got not now energy coming in here as well uh, for for his actions. So I'm a little bit doubtful there will be anything significant or anything huge significant progress coming in here anytime soon, or at least within the next couple of days, or within this particular week. Again, I've got the not now energy coming up. It does not mean that it's never going to happen. It's just that it may take a little bit some time. There is also a karmic situation energy coming in here, so it could be the work situation or just like around him in general, I would say here is something that he is struggling with, or something that he's focusing with at this time. I've also got, again, I mean, you see me shuffling, right? Like I've got work, career, and financial energy coming up here. I mean, like there is something going on with his work, with his career, with his finances. Like back to back reading. I think I've done 3 readings this past 2 days here, and everything is keep coming out with the money energy on his reading, Mal. So I feel like there is something going on with his work. There is something going on with the money energy coming up. Yeah, yeah. I'm not getting any strong action. Like, I mean, like when you say about action, I feel like I'm getting like something like, let's say, for example, like not only about calling and not only about, like texting. I feel like something like a meeting up energy. Like that's what I've got with the action energy, which I'm not getting it quite strongly. So I'm doubtful there will be any face-to-face meeting anytime soon, or at least within this week. Again, work, career energy coming up here quite strongly. Trust in the divine timing. So timing is definitely timing is definitely kind of tricky, I would say here, because there will be like there will be definitely like some waiting period and waiting energy coming up here. And what does he want to tell you here is that I've got you are my everything coming up here. So this person do truly love you. This person, like does, like put you in a high pedestal, I would say here, like you are the everything. But again, money energy is coming up quite strongly here. So there are a lot of things going on his work and on his career side here is what I'm getting. That's it for your reading, and I think I've done all the donation and all the free reading. Let me know if in case you are waiting for free question but I haven't answered you. Okay, I think Asia. Okay. Yes, I do hope so. I feel like more into like communication might be there, but full action, I'm not really getting it anytime. At least not, maybe like not in the next couple of days or this week. All right, Asia, I've got you, so I'm going to do. Yes, I've received it. I'm going to do yours, Asia. Okay, the spirit wants you to work with him. I'm getting yes coming up here, but I've got the Fool, and then I've got the Page of Cups energy coming in here. So I've got the Eight of Wands, I've got the Judgment, I've got the Sun, I've got the Magician coming up here, I've got the Page of Cups, the Fool, So I feel like yes, it's not that you have to work for him, not like that. He will be, I mean, like he is at this point of time here being put up in your life for a reason. There is some help that you will be getting through him. And when that happens, like when he gives you with some, sorry, when this person, I'm not sure if that's a he or she, when this person comes in and give you with some opportunities, with some, like, because with this Eight of Wands energy that I've got coming up here, I've got also that the Judgment and the Sun energy coming up here. This person may have like a strong connection for some reason. I'm getting that. So this person will be coming in towards you here and giving you with some opportunities, giving you with some, like some new things, I would say here. And when that happens, it's safe for you to take up those opportunities. Here is what I'm, or is a woman. So she will be coming up towards you here and giving you with some opportunities, with some, like maybe like just advice, for example, or just like saying, hey, look, there is this opening, you should apply for that. Hey, there is this, you should do this. And there is that, you should do that. So when she does that, it is safe for you here to actually take up those opportunities, is what I'm getting coming up here. I feel like this person is being put up in your life for a reason, and this is part of like the way that spirits with this Judgment energy coming up, yes, that part of the help that you will be getting through this person. I mean, like this is why she is being put up in your life at this time here. I would say yes, you will be getting a lot of like new lessons, I would say here, new opportunities that you will be exposed, I would say here, to so many things that you might not even know that there was there before. I would say here. Oh, that's the lady with the grand help. So I think yes, I think there is definitely some help that this person will be able to give you, I would say here. Yeah, it is safe for you to work alongside with them. But again, take everything with a grain of salt, because I feel like I'm honestly not getting that this person is going to be there for a long term in your life, Asia, if I have to be honest. But for that period that this person is going to be in your life here, there is going to be like a lot of help and a lot of opportunities that will be coming up into your life. You're welcome. Is it wise to get Okay, is it wise to get your hair done by Shaisha? Financially, I would say here this would be a good one. I would suggest for you here, because I've got Three of Swords energy coming up here, and I've got the Four of Pentacles. I'm getting either you may need to spend more money. Like for example, like for example, like she might not be charging you much, but for some reason after you're done with that, you might not feel happy, or you feel like you need to like spend more to just get it fixed, or just like to get it done. Here is what I'm getting. At this time, I would say for you here is that to look up for other option first, and see if you can get like other option for like the money wise. I would say here, money wise here, I would say here that if you have no other choices, if you have no other option, then yes, you can go ahead with that. But try to not put up so much of expectation, I would say here, Asia, because I feel like with this Three of Swords energy that I've got coming up here, if you put too much expectation, the result might not be as per what you are expecting it. Like that's the only concern that I've got coming up here. It's not like a disaster, you might be feeling a little bit sad. I would say here, like there might be a little bit of sadness energy is what I'm getting coming up here. Like, I do not see anything, like I do not see that it's going to be like a huge disaster. No, you can actually definitely like move forward here, but try to not have so much of expectation at this time. Okay, you're going to someone else. I think that is a good one. I mean, okay, I think that's a good thing, I would say here, because the energy that I've got coming up for you here is that to look for someone else, like to look for other options coming up here. So maybe it's a good thing that she rescheduled, I would say here. Yeah, I wasn't really like getting, I wasn't really getting like a happy energy coming up from her. Thank you so much for your donation and thank you so much for being patient. So let's see. Okay, Manishka, may I know what is coming in for your career? Any opportunity? There will be a lot of opportunities coming up for you here, Manishka, especially in terms of finances. I've got the Six of Pentacles energy coming up here, the King of Swords and the Page of Swords energy coming in here. I'm getting a very strong, I mean, like with this Sun energy that I've got coming up, this is like a very strong happiness, ultimate happiness energy coming in here. Financially, I've got the Six of Pentacles energy coming up here, a very strong balance energy is also another thing that I've got coming up here. Things are definitely going to be starting to take off in terms of your finances. I'm getting a little bit of confusion energy coming up here. Let me pull a time frame. There are definitely some new opportunities coming in here for you. Okay. I've got the number 7 coming in here. So for the next 7 days to 7 weeks, it's going to be quite significant in terms of your career. Okay, Bella, does the Capricorn still have feelings for you? I would say yes. This person definitely does have a feelings for you. I'm getting a very strong throat chakra blockage coming up here from this Capricorn. So the communication is definitely not doing good. A lot of blockages in terms of the throat chakra. And with this Knight of Pentacles energy coming up here, this is a little bit of slow moving energy here, Bella. But yes, they definitely do still have feelings for you. Peach love, how does Brian feels towards you? Let's see. So this person is quite, I mean, like starting to get more mature within themselves. I would say here with this Emperor energy that I've got coming up here and the Ace of Pentacles, I feel like they're starting to see things more clearly and more from a balanced side. I would say here, Peach Love, and they're also going through some transformation. I would say here, especially starting up from today, the full moon energy they are starting to get more balanced and more stable within themselves and within their emotion. So this is how they're also projecting themselves. This is also how their feelings towards you here as well. At this time, their focus is a little bit on the financial side. Is also another thing that I've got coming up here. So that's it for your reading. Yes, Pink Roses, you can post your questions so I can do yours and then I'll end the stream. What What is coming to you in finances? So, so I've got the moon energy coming up here, and then I've got the Queen of Wands energy coming in here. I'm getting that there is a slow process. I would say here when it comes into your finances here, Pink Roses. I would suggest for you here at this time focusing on some hidden expenses or focusing on some of your expenses here, because I feel like there are some expenses that you might not need or some expenses that like you don't even realize that you have been spending, or you have like put the money into there, but there was nothing like going on, like you did not get much of that. I feel like there is a slow process when it comes into your finances, I would say here. I feel like the next year spring is going to be coming up quite strongly here for your finances. So that's it for the reading. I think I've done all the free and donation one. So thank you so much for those of you who have donated. Thank you so much for those of you who have subscribed and tuning into the live reading. I'm going to end this now. I may make another one, I would say here around next week. I would say next week Sunday. Yeah, Sunday, next coming Sunday, maybe I'll make one more live reading during the Mercury retrograde. So yeah, I'll let you know. Just for, I mean, like, just check on the onto the community page. Yes, I did yours, Bella. And I'll see you all maybe next week. Have a good night, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Stay safe and be blessed. Bye bye.